Today we are looking at the basic differences between under, below, beneath, and underneath. We're going to focus mostly on what the words mean, not on whether they are adverbs, adjectives, prepositions, or nouns, because if we did that, it would be a very long video. Under is the most common of these four words, and when you're not sure which one you should use, you can usually use under. First, we can use it for things that are at a lower level or a lower layer. For example, the ball is under the sofa, or he wore a t-shirt under his jacket. It can be used with numbers or amounts to show that one thing is younger than or less than another thing. For example, she finished the task in under 2 minutes, or most of my friends are under 40. It can be used when something is covered by something, when you can't see it because another thing is on top of it. For example, she hides her house key under the flower pot. Or, he slept with his head under the blanket. And we also use under to describe a situation or say that someone is experiencing something. For example, I am under a lot of stress right now. The house is under renovation. Or, everything is under control. And because under is usually used as a preposition, there's usually going to be a noun after it. Below is very similar to under, but there are a few differences. One difference is that below is used as an adverb more often than under is. And this means that you will often see and hear below without a noun after it. Just like under, below can show that something is at a lower level or a lower layer. However, below is often, but not always, used to show that there is a great distance between the two things. For example, from the mountaintop, the town below looked very small. Or feel free to leave a comment below this video. Below is also used for numbers and amounts, but not as often as under is. It's commonly used for things like the temperature or scores. For example, it's going to be 5 degrees below freezing tomorrow. Or, my score on the exam was below the class average. But unlike under, below is not used to describe something that is covered by another thing. Underneath means the same thing as under, but we only use it to talk about lower levels and lower layers, or something being covered by another thing. We don't use it to talk about numbers or amounts. And again, when we use underneath, it means the same thing as under. The difference is just that it adds emphasis. It makes it a little bit more under. For example, the money was hidden underneath the floor. Or, the cat likes to sleep underneath my car. Beneath is also basically the same as under, but it's more formal. And just like underneath, we don't use beneath to talk about numbers or amounts. We use it to talk about lower levels, lower layers, and one thing being covered by another thing. For example, last night I lay on the grass beneath the stars. Or, the dog found a bone buried beneath the snow. And there are a few other ways that we can use these words, but today I really wanted to focus mostly on how we use them when we are talking about physical location. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for watching.